The day after my retirement party, I woke up at 5:17 a.m. out of habit, put on a suit I didn't need, and realized I had spent 42 years preparing for a life I had no idea how to live. I was standing in my kitchen at 5:17 in the morning, still dark outside, the refrigerator humming like it always had, the coffee machine blinking 12 o'clock because I'd never figured out how to set it, and I was wearing a navy blue suit, pressed, polished shoes, watch on, no job to go to. The retirement party had been 12 hours earlier. There'd been cheat cake from Costco, a gold watch I didn't need, and a speech about well-deserved rest. Everyone clapped. My boss shook my hand twice. 42 years? Done. And yet there I was, staring at the microwave clock like it owed me an explanation. That was the first moment I felt it. Not freedom, not relief, but emptiness. Nobody tells you about that part. They sell you retirement like a beach commercial, like you're going to wake up with ocean waves in your ears and a golf club in your hand. Instead, I had tile floors cold under my feet and a schedule that had evaporated overnight, and that was just regret number one beginning to whisper. Regret number one. I didn't build a life outside of work. Let me take you back. April 3rd, 1981. My first day at the plant. I was 23. Brown tie, cheap briefcase, hair thick and stubborn. I remember the smell, oil and metal and hot plastic. I loved it. Loved the rhythm of machines. Loved the feeling of being needed. Loved the way supervisors nodded when I solved something no one else could. Work gave me structure. Work gave me identity. Work gave me applause, and applause is addictive. I told myself I was providing for Linda, for the kids, for someday. But someday became a storage unit I kept shoving life into. Golf invitation, maybe next month. Camping trip, after this quarter. Book club with Linda, not my thing. I tightened things. I should have loosened them. By the time retirement arrived, I didn't have hobbies. I had muscle memory, and muscle memory doesn't hug you at 5:17 a.m. The first Monday after retirement felt like skipping school, except no one was looking for me. That's when it hit. If your whole identity is what you do, what happens when you stop doing it? Silence. That's what happens. So here's what I wish someone had shaken into me at 45. Build something that doesn't require a paycheck. Friendships, skills, curiosity. Because one day, the paycheck stops, and you better have something else waiting. Regret number two, I thought I had more time with the people I loved. The worst memory doesn't involve work, it involves a yellow bicycle. My daughter Emily was 8. Summer of 1994. Driveway cracked down the middle. She had that little helmet with the faded rainbow sticker. Dad, let go. I was holding the back of the seat, jogging awkwardly. I'm letting go, I lied. I wasn't, because I was scared she'd fall. She wobbled, pedaled, laughed. Dad, you're still holding it. And then my phone rang. It was in the kitchen, landline, loud, persistent. I hesitated. It could have been the plant, and if it was the plant, I needed to answer. That was the rule in my head. Work first, always. I'll be right back, I said. She said, wait. I remember the sound. Bike scraping pavement. A sharp cry, not terrible. She wasn't badly hurt, just a scraped knee. But I remember her face, not the pain, the disappointment. You left. That moment lasted maybe 30 seconds, but it echoes, because years later, when she moved 3 states away, I realized something. I had been present, but not fully there. Physically in the driveway, mentally at the plant. You can't outsource childhood. You can't reschedule a scraped knee. Retirement doesn't give you back Tuesdays from 1994. That's the cruel math of it. If you're still working and listening to me, when your kid says, "Watch this," you watch. Even if the plant is calling, especially if the plant is calling. Regret number 3, I delayed joy for when things calm down. There was always a future version of life in my head. When the mortgage is smaller, when the promotion comes, when the kids are older, when the market stabilizes, when things calm down. Do you know what never calmed down? Life. There was always something. In 2003, Linda wanted to take a trip to Italy. She'd been saving brochures, tucking them into cookbooks like little secrets. "Just 10 days, she said. "We don't have to do anything fancy." I ran the numbers. College tuition, roof repair, 401k contributions. "It's not the right time," I said. She nodded. She always nodded. We finally went to Italy in 2019 with compression socks and blood pressure medication. It was beautiful. Rome was golden at sunset. The air smelled like espresso and warm stone, but we were slower, tired faster, and halfway through the Colosseum tour, Linda leaned on my arm and whispered, "I wish we'd done this when we could run." That sentence felt heavier than the ancient bricks around us. Delayed joy compounds interest, but not the good kind. If you're waiting for calm, you'll wait forever. Take the trip, eat at the restaurant, sit on the driveway longer, because someday you'll have time, but not the same knees. Regret number 4, I didn't take care of my health soon enough. Here's a sound I'll never forget. The beep, monotone, rhythmic, hospital room, January 12th, 2021. My heart had decided to protest. Nothing dramatic. Mild heart attack, they call it. Mild. There's nothing mild about lying under fluorescent lights wondering if you'll see your grandchildren graduate. The cardiologist asked about stress, diet, exercise. I gave him the corporate answer. I've been busy. Busy is not a health strategy. For decades, I treated my body like a rental car. Push it hard. Ignore the warning lights. Refuel with whatever's fast. I thought I'd fix it in retirement. But damage accrues quietly, like dust on a shelf you never look at. Now I walk every morning. Actually walk. Not pace during phone calls, and every step feels like an apology to my younger self. Take care of your body before it sends invoices. Trust me, the interest rate is brutal. Regret number 5. I didn't talk about what really mattered. This one surprised me. I thought retirement would be full of deep conversations. Instead, at first, it was weather updates, grocery lists, TV volume debates. Linda and I had spent decades managing logistics, but not always emotions. One night, about 6 months after I retired, we were sitting on the porch. No phones, just cicadas humming. She said, "Who are you now?" Not accusing, just curious. And I didn't know how to answer. For 42 years, I'd been operations manager, provider, fixer, problem solver. But who was I without a title? I realized we had built a functional life, but we were just beginning to build an honest one. We started talking more about fears, about death, about regrets, about things we never said out loud because there was always a meeting in the morning. Don't wait until the calendar empties to fill your conversations. Say the hard thing now. Ask the real question now. Because retirement doesn't magically make vulnerability easier. It just removes distractions. And sometimes that's scarier. The visceral moment, let me tell you about the garage. Last spring, I was cleaning out old boxes, awards, manuals, retirement plaques, dust thick in the air, sunlight cutting through the window in one bright stripe. I found a small object in a cardboard box, a rainbow bike helmet, faded, cracked foam inside. Emily's. I sat down on the cold concrete floor, and for a second, I heard it again. The scrape of pavement, her voice. Wait. My chest tightened, not from heart trouble, from memory. I realized something sitting there surrounded by trophies and expired warranties. None of the awards had faces. None of them had called me Dad. I had built a career, a solid one. But the moments that mattered were small, quiet, easy to miss. A football over a workbench, a bicycle in a driveway, a brochure tucked into a cookbook. Regret isn't loud when it arrives. It's subtle. It waits until you finally have time to hear it. Present-day reflection now, I wake up at 5:17 sometimes. Old habits die hard. But I don't put on a suit. I make coffee. I step outside. The air in the early morning feels different when you're not racing it. Emily calls more now. I listen longer. I don't multitask. Linda and I booked a short trip last month without overthinking it. Just 3 days by the water. I volunteer twice a week at the community workshop teaching kids how to fix broken appliances. It's funny. I thought retirement would shrink my life. It didn't. It exposed it. It showed me where I had overinvested and where I had underloved. If you're not retired yet, hear me clearly. Don't wait. Don't wait to build friendships. Don't wait to protect your health. Don't wait to take the trip. Don't wait to kneel in the driveway. Don't wait to ask your spouse who they are becoming. Because one day you'll wake up early, you'll stand in a quiet kitchen, and you'll realize time was never the problem, priority was. And here's the strange, beautiful part. It's not too late, not for you, maybe not even for me, but only if you start before the suit has nowhere to go. If this story felt uncomfortably familiar, good. That means you still have time to change it, and trust me, you don't want your loudest retirement companion to be regret.